everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku charts.com daily analysis for gold for Wednesday, October 9th, 2013. Well, a change of trend today in the candle. It's made a lower high and a lower low. Fairly large black body candle compared to the size of the candles in the recent past, suggesting that the sellers have continued to find downside momentum in net terms in line with the previous day's trading, another black body candle, and in net terms they've actually made a more significant amount of net bearish progress on the day between the open and the close. Having said that, however, we have seen the sellers fail to close with control of this market by closing around the midpoint level, suggesting that neither side has taken control of this market, and certainly not the type of candle that you'd like to see to initiate a new first time frame downtrend. We also have this larger shadow on the bottom of this candle, and little wonder that we have this shadow. It represents upside price rejection and the sellers losing commitment down around the round number 1300 level of support. So, well, it's exactly what we would expect around that level, and has been a significant level in the recent past. We also saw the market fail to close down below the bottom of the cloud, and we were testing down below there for part of the trading day, and failing to close down below there once again highlights how important Ichimoku indicators can be as areas of support or resistance. Significantly, however, we did see the market break out down below the Tenkan Sen, and I'll come to that a little bit later. In terms of the Fibonacci Extension, and here we've seen the market testing through the 38.2% level, almost exactly to the 50% level, and being rejected from there. That suggests that there is a possibility of a change of trend. The only worrying factor is that the balance of supply and demand is still favouring the sellers because of the black body. We don't have any strength from the buyers whatsoever, so it does raise some doubt about whether this trend will change and whether the buyers will be able to find enough momentum to actually change the trend. In terms of the Fibonacci Retracement, and here also we've seen the market rejected from some important areas. We traded through the 50%, through the 61.8%, failing to close below there. We have closed below the 38.2%, so it perhaps tells us that there is some weakness in the market in terms of the sellers being in the ascendancy to a minor degree, but the rejection from the 50%, 61.8% really says something about how the sellers lost commitment. So there is potential for a change of trend, but the balance of supply and demand really is still with the sellers. But really the support down below where the market's trading at the moment, around the bottom of the cloud and down to the 1300 round number, is a very, very significant level of support. Now, in terms of Ichimoku, still technically a neutral market by trading just within the cloud. We failed to close outside of the cloud, but the market has tested below this, so we are attempting to find some momentum to test down to lower levels. So a neutral market in big picture terms, we are looking for a breakout. So if we see a bearish close down below the bottom of the cloud, and then we'd like to see a bearish close down below the 1300 round number level of support, then we could see the market testing to lower levels, perhaps initially to 1280 and then down to 1266. The market is still trading down below the Kijun Sen, the pink line, so we have a bearish market in the medium term time frame, and now closing down below the Tenkan Sen, giving us a bearish market in the short term time frame, and suggesting that perhaps we have had a short term change of sentiment in this market, and there is potential for the market to trade lower. In terms of the Chica span here, that's below the corresponding price action. It is a fair way below the price action, so suggesting that the market in bigger picture terms has some negative momentum, and that's supporting the possibility of a breakout to the downside. So let's watch the area around the bottom of the cloud and around the 1300 level very, very closely.